welcome back. You're listening to the Wealth Guardian Show with Doug Ray coughing this morning, Brian Geiser, hyper as ever, and Paul Taylor. We're glad.
I got to go teach a class here in a little bit.
Yeah,
that's right.
Can't stop the energy.
I could. We had how many people we have in the Greensboro class?
It was packed.
Busting at the seams, wasn't it?
I know. We had to bring extra tables and chairs in.
Yeah, and
still didn't
But
have
that's
enough.
great. I loved it.
I did too. It gave
It was
me
a good
rush.
class. It was a good class.
It was. I enjoyed it, and then I went and heard Doug again on what night was that, Doug? Thursday. Thursday night in South Charlotte, and you had a full class there too. So we've been teaching the 50-50 strategy, and folks, if you didn't get in on this class, we'll probably do one next year if we have a lot of people absolutely crying to have another one. We might do one before then. So
Next time the market breaks, they're going to be crying to have another
yeah.
class.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm sure we'll be doing some in the fall.
Exit strategies. If you didn't catch our show last week, go to the go online and listen to it, because that's what we talked a lot about, is having an exit strategy, and that's what the 50-50 plan is. Hey,
Basically, our plan, that is the number one thing. It saves from great losses, because to make your money last a lifetime, it's not great gains. It's avoiding great big losses.
and that's what we're talking about on this show all the time. Hey, by the way, Roger Irwin, congratulations. You're the winner of our book today.
I'll bring it to class, Roger.
That's true.
right.
He's
He
at
is
your
in class.
Yeah, you know that name.
Oh, yeah. So, Roger, we'll bring you
Quick
that
finger
book.
Roger.
I didn't put that together.
Cheater. Give it to Dustin, your son.
Well, if anybody has any questions about REITs, real estate investment trusts, give us a call. The direct line is 1-800-515-2919. And if you would like to, I'm sorry.
But do call that number too, and
That's
set
for
up
an
an
appointment
appointment with the three of us.
If you'd like to have a blue, if you'd like to have a blue vault ran and have an appointment, we'll do that. Once again, that number is 1-800-515-2919. You'll get a live person, and you can meet with Doug, Brian, or myself. And then if you have any questions right now on the radio show, you can reach us at 1-800-642-0060. I am still a rookie on the radio, evidently.
And it's showing.
And it is. I'm embarrassed. Are you, Doug?
Oh, my gosh.
But the last thing I want to talk about today, and I was at my office till 7 o'clock last night, and one of my clients, he's had, when he first came to me way back in, I guess 2003, 2004, his portfolio had gone down to 1.6. I took him up to 2.4 very aggressively, and then because he's 79 years old now, I've been trying to get him to go more conservative. And one of the things I've been talking to him, and I finally got him convinced, but to listen to me, which he's a hardhead as ever. Yeah, you engineers know what I'm talking about, because he is one.
Yeah.
And he's a great friend, good client. But we were talking last night, and we put $229,000 into the annuity finally in 2008, beginning of 2008.
The indexed annuity.
The indexed annuity.
Okay.
And yes, I should be clear on that. And so I was looking at the numbers before the show. Well, let me back up. So last night we're talking, and he now has $294,000 in that annuity.
And how old is this annuity?
It's 3 years old.
Okay.
229.
229 to 294.
Okay.
Okay. So talking with him, I'm just like, I don't understand, Ron. We went from 229 to 294 with absolutely no risk.
And those gains are locked in.
They're locked in.
It doesn't go any lower than that.
No, we made 13% last year. Okay, we're right with the S&P 500. This particular annuity made exactly even last year because we had him invested in it. And so he's like, I just don't like annuities. And I'm like, I don't get it. Ron, let's look at your portfolio. Had you been in, if you take that $229,000 and put it just in the S&P 500, today he would only have $216,000 in there.
Wow.
The exact same amount of time. But yet he has $294,000.
And he doesn't like it.
I don't know if somebody's put some negative connotation in his head about annuities, or if I have no idea where he's gotten this, and I can't. Well, the mentality of accounting, the mentality of engineering, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's all about inclusion
And when you're making financial decisions, you got to go in and start a process of elimination. What do you don't want is just as important as what you do want. And if in the premise of the annuity is this is long-term money, you're going to treat it like a fruit tree. And I don't know anybody that goes and chop down their fruit tree every year to get to their fruit. And if you don't, and if your mentality is, I want to be able to touch and feel this money, what for? Because the point is, it's income money. It's future income money. This is a pension type money. You don't want to spend the principal because then you end up broke. And the bottom line is, it's like one of the most ideal positions you can be in from a personal pension standpoint. And if that's the reason you're getting into this, then you're probably getting in for the right reason. But if he wants to take that $294 and go buy a log cabin up in the mountains, it wasn't the right choice. But the chances are, his choices are to treat it like a fruit tree. He doesn't want to spend his principal.
Well, and he's actually living off this portfolio for his livelihood. But what I was talking with him last night, we're sitting about $400,000 in cash right now because I'm concerned about a turnback in the market now. And if you're in my tactical trading program, we're 100% in the market. Don't get him confused with what I'm talking about. But he's 79 years old. And I just can't be that aggressive when in this type of environment, because fundamentally, you guys, we've talked about this in our class last week. Fundamentally, the market shouldn't be as high as it was. I feel like this is 2009. I looked like a fool that year. I told folks, hey, you need to be getting set up for some cash. You need to be ready for a downfall. It's going to happen. And I remember clients were screaming in my ears like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? We could have made 20% this year." Well, after 2000, 2001, 2002, they're like, "Man, we love you."
Well, you're right. I mean, it does to me feel a lot like 99 into 2000.
Or even 07.
Yeah. Well,
and you got to think about it. And corporate insiders evidently believe that. He'd sent me an article here, Paul Taylor did, and it was written back on December 15, 2010, Market Watch. Someone from Market Watch, we got Mark Holbert from Market Watch, and it was pretty interesting. It's saying and it starts right out the article, corporate insiders evidently believe that the stock market rally will soon run out. That's because recently they have been selling off shares of their company stock at a pace last seen since 2007.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're thinking something. And need I remind you, just a few short months, the Great Recession began. And that was back in 07. That same climate is back again amongst the big corporate guys. You know what I mean?
Well, the corporate insiders, folks, are the guys that know, the gals that know. They're the CEOs, the CFOs. They know when their company's overvalued and undervalued. They see the trends. So if they're selling, there's a reason.
They're taking gains. They're taking some reward from their investment, and they're no dummies because they're the ones that push the buttons of this market.
All right, gang, that wraps another show for us. If you want to call us and talk about your situation, that number again is 800-515-2919, and we'll see you next week with Mr. Patrick Kelly. Guys, let's go teach a 50-50 class.